And welcome back, Firewood Addicts, to another episode of Travis's Firewood. Today we're going to fill this up. So yeah, as you can see, I am out of cedar. I am out of the bonfire wood. No more bags, and I do have two $20 racks. One and then two in the back there. So follow me along and we'll fill it up. All right, so first thing I want to make are firewood bags, since those are the main sellers. I got some return bags last night, which is great. Get this all situated right here, including some garbage. Okay, that's thanks for the garbage included in the firewood bag. Anyway, it is what it is. Let's make some firewood bags. So yeah, sales have not been very good as of late, and I think it's partly my fault for not having a lot of wood at the firewood stand. I mean, it's stocked enough, but it's not like fully stocked. And sales have been down compared to the same months in 2024. And that's partly because I am too timid to sell wood because I don't have a lot still, which is unfortunate. And again, that's my fault. And I'm working on a process of getting more wood and drying the wood that I have. Currently, it's just time consuming. So I had no excuses. It is what it is. So I'm just, and I'm not upset about it. I sold a lot in 2024, like record high, and then I wanted to ride that high into 2025, but it seems to not be working out. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm making a killing doing firewood, but I want to make sure that I'm turning a profit, as well as making sure that I'm not spending that much time on it, because it's definitely not my full-time job. So yeah, so that's that. If I would update, I'm definitely behind in what I sold in 2024. So trying to make up for that in sales. Yeah. I have a moment to go outside because my son is napping. So I want to get some work done for the firewood stand and firewood business right now, but I can't run anything while he's sleeping. I can't run the John Deere tractor. I can't run a chainsaw. I can't run the splitter. All I can do really is prepare wood. So it is what it is. Life of a parent, life of a dad. So what I've been doing is I will prepare 4 bags of firewood at a time. I could fit, I think, upwards of 8 currently at the firewood stand, but in terms of like time it takes to make the bag and how fast they're selling, I can get away with only having 4 bags out there, and then I just make more bags as I need to. I don't make a stockpile of bags of kindling or bundles or bags of firewood. I make them as needed, more so space, of time, and some of the wood that I am on the verge of selling still needs to be seasoned just a little bit longer. So it's so good on this sled being like a makeshift jig for the bags. I had one of the guys that likes bundles and not bags, messaged me the other day, and it was like, can I have bundles or like now? I'm like, well, I'm working currently. Like I need noticed. I need like a day notice to prepare an order for you. So he ended up buying, I think, 1 rack for me, which is usually he likes bundles because it's easy to for him to transport from his truck to his garage shop. Yeah. So last night I sold one of my bonfire racks. Now, bonfire racks, if you're not familiar with my bonfire rack, that's about 30 pieces of firewood, and they're sized large pieces. Either they're large like this way, or large, they're lengthwise, they're big. So more so than not, they're gonna be knotty pieces that the champion was able to go through, and then pieces that are not at 16 and they're over. They're like 18 plus. So instead of having to buck up rounds that are not 16, I ended up just saving them, calling them bonfire wood, and selling them for $30, which is basically $1 a stick, because there's more or less 30 sticks. And granted, it's more volume than quantity in terms of like how I stack it there, but it works because sometimes you're outside, you're at the campfire, you're camping at a beach, and you want a big ranging bonfire. And you could definitely buy my firewood and make one, but bigger firewood, granted, makes a bigger fire, right? Yes. Anyway, my point was I saw on my phone last night that I had someone at my firewood stand, and I recognized the person, and I was not prepared for him because he likes bundles of wood, no bags, and he doesn't like any cottonwood. So he was gonna buy like one bag of firewood that I had left and call that good. But I was able to upsell him to buy a bonfire rack because I knew that he was going up the mountains with a friend and go up before buying and make a fire and have some beers and have a good time. So I talked him into buying a $30 bonfire rack because I knew what he was wanting to do and how he was going to burn and the ambiance and the environment that he was going to be in. Versus only buying one bag for me for $6, he bought a bonfire rack for $30. And I think that's something that you can do as a firewood salesperson, is to upsell, but don't like force it. I mean, just give them your insight to where they want to trust your guidance, but not always be selling. Is not. I don't think that for a lot of us hobbyists is not we're not wanting to force firewood on people. If they want to buy it, great. If they don't, that's fine, right? So yeah, so that's my story of upselling someone and feeling good about it, not feeling slimy, you know. So I'm gonna do only 4 bags. I got 3 down. This is not a time-consuming process. So far, so good on not needing a bagging system. All my wood species is right here next to me, and is what it is. So I am low on dry firewood, and you all know that. So, and like I just mentioned before, I'm okay with not selling enough or what I want to be selling because I can't sell what I don't have, and I don't want to sell something that isn't gonna burn. I've had customers reach out to me, and I tell them the percentage point of the moisture of the wood, and they're okay with that, and I haven't heard any complaints. So, I mean, that is what it is, right? But some of this wood here that I'm putting in to the bags is from my parents, and we're doing a trade. They had, I don't know, maybe 2/3 of a cord, maybe like one face cord between two 6x6 posts in one of their garages, carports. And my dad offered for me to mark on the post with a pencil where the top of the stack was, and once that's empty, then I replenish it with ideally hardwood to pay them back. Now the hardwood's gonna probably be green when I give it to them, and we don't know the measurement of how much volume the wood is, so just the marks on each end of the post will mark where the stack was, and then what I need to do is pay them back in firewood up to that point. So that'll be another project for us, but right now I don't have the hardwood in the yard, so hopefully soon, once that wood is gone, then I'll replace it. So that's the plan there. So I do have access to dry wood, but I'm still using it sparingly. So selling, but sparingly. All right, so I'm at where I stacked, not permanently, but just for now, stacked the kindling that I split up the other day. You saw that episode when I used the Timber Champ. right? So if you're new to the channel, I separate my kindling according to quality. This piece here looks pretty good. There's no knots in it. It's straight, as versus this piece here has bark on it. This is going to be non-premium, the bark. This is going to be premium grade. So I'm going to separate it. So the premium kindling goes in the bags, whereas the non-premium gets bundled, right? So, and like this piece here is curved. Yeah, that's going to be non-premium. Non-premium. So, and sadly, a lot of the wood that I put in the bags, or that I do split, is going to be in the non-premium category. Now, I talked to one of my customers, and they said that they could not tell the difference between my $5 bundles of non-premium cedar kindling versus my $10 bags of cedar kindling that are at the premium category level type thing. So I think I'm doing good on it, but maybe other people don't see what I'm seeing when I look at it in terms of like how you sell firewood. If you do sell firewood, and how you view firewood, I want to make sure that I am selling a quality product, right? Yeah, like this piece here, it's like it's not straight. It has that little here. That's gonna be non-premium. Dirt on it. Oh yeah. So a viewer, and I think a fellow channel, I forget who it was now, but someone asked me the other day about my neighbors and how much noise that I create. Well, yeah, I do. Yes, I do make noise, and yes, I have neighbors, right? And they're not like on top of me, like the development behind my property, where they have like where you could shake someone's hand from your bedroom window because they're that close together type thing. You have like a 5x5 foot square of grass for your kids to play, and for your dog to go to the bathroom, and that's how it goes up there. Now my neighbors to the east and west of me, I'm close to them in terms of proximity, but I'm not on top of them. As well as I run my splitter, or I don't run any equipment gas powered before 10 o'clock. Weekends I may wait until like 11, and I don't run anything after, I don't know, say 4, maybe 5. And that is outside of, well, it's not outside of, whatever regulations the city has in terms of the noise ordinance. I'm definitely within that time range, okay? Now I do respect my neighbors. But I have yet to receive any complaints from them of my noise. And I know that there's some families with young children in the development behind me, but no one has like knocked on my door and said like, hey man, like knock that saw off, or like turn that crap off. No one has yet. That, and I think that I have a good reputation in the community. I was at Costco the other day, and I had my channel hoodie on, and one of the guys who does the samples, he stopped me and said, hey, I like your channel, and I watch you, and I thank you for your community service. And I appreciate that. So I thanked him for his viewership and support, and it's thing like that I am not like well known, but I'm known enough in terms of my immediate neighborhood that I do good for the community. So even if I did run a chainsaw, I think people would be better at it, or they'd be okay with it, because I'm not some like guy doing bad things or shady, or I don't know, just like average, I don't know. So it's with that where I have made for a name for myself in the community, and I know I can make noise and not have it be a big deal. I hope that makes sense. So here's one bag of premium cedar kindling right here. Let's see how many we can make. So when I make kindling, more so with the $10 premium cedar bags, I don't want to make too many, / I don't want to put out too many, because the $10 bags of cedar kindling are the closest to the road. So in theory, and I've had this happen before, potential thieves would take that first because it's easiest and closest to the road, take that and go. So if I put out 4 bags of premium cedar kindling at $10 a bag, if I put out 4 right out at the firewood stand, that's again right at the road, I could potentially lose out on $40 slash I could have $40 worth of firewood kindling stolen. So I only put out 1, maybe 2 bags of the premium stuff at a time. So I may make, depending on what I have split, I may make upwards of 4 bags, but only put out 2. So I guess sometimes I do stockpile bags, but of not firewood, only probably kindling, because it's easier to transport. So I guess that's one way that I do pre-package. But for sure, firewood in the bags of bundles, they are made to order slash when I need them that I make them. But anyway, my point was I don't put out very many bags of premium cedar kindling because of the risk involved. I've had that before. Knock on wood. I haven't had any theft thus far in 2025. No theft this year. I'm very happy about that. I haven't really done anything besides put up better cameras and put up solar panels to charge those cameras slash to power them. But that's the only thing I've really done. We had that one guy come by late night and look at the cash box, but nothing happened. So yeah, I don't have a lot of these bags there on purpose, and that's why. Yeah, so as I'm going through them, I'm putting the non-premium cedar kindling in a milk carton that is right below the camera right here. If you see me bending down, that's what it is. And anything that's premium goes in the bag, obviously. So I'm kind of sorting through this within reason, not spending too much time having to grade or to categorize. Just a quick look, and you can see how many pieces I'm putting below the camera versus in the bag. It all depends on the wood that I split. And like I mentioned in the previous episode, I'm getting better at discerning as I'm splitting at the champion the rounds and kind of working around any knots. If there's knots, I'll make that into firewood versus kindling. But if there's no knots and it's clear, it's a straight grain, that's going to be premium grade cedar kindling. I know a lot of you don't specifically make kindling, whereas I do. You use the whatever leftover scrap when you're producing firewood, and that's your kindling that you would sell or give away or use for yourself, etc. And that's all fine and dandy. But I do think that if you have access to cedar, that it's a product that not a lot of people want. It's a species that a lot of people don't want because it burns so hot so fast. But cedar is known for being quality kindling, and since I have plenty of cedar in my area, I have decided to capitalize on that and make money on selling kindling with my cedar. So that's what I've done, and that's what I do, and that's how I operate. I still think that people can still make money on selling kindling, but this is my take. That's my 2 cents. So this bag right here is almost ready to go. I don't want to have it too full, but I do want to make sure that the customer is going to get their money's worth, right? All right, so let's call that bag good, and now let's make at least 1, maybe 2 bundles of non-premium cedar kindling. So I think, in my opinion, having the different grades makes sense. It may not make sense to the customer But I think a lot of times too, people buy the non-premium cedar kindling bundles because they don't need a full cubic foot bag of cedar kindling. They just need something for right now for one outdoor campfire type thing. So I think it's good having the different grades because the different grades had different volume too. This one here is going to be, I don't know, just shy of half a cubic foot of firewood here. I have one other channel wanting an episode on this bundle jig. If anyone else is interested in how I made this jig, you let me know, and I could probably do that. But so far, this jig has held up. Now I have this plastic wrap, and I use it more or less only for my cedar kindling bundles, and it's light duty. This stuff is literally from the dollar store. This is $1.25 for a small roll like this, and it's super thin. It takes nothing to tear it, and it may break on me in a second because it's just super light duty. And it works for kindling because kindling weighs nothing. So able to wrap this and secure it, and I feel okay about it. As opposed to, I wouldn't want to use this with firewood because there's so much weight with the firewood where I would feel that it would fall apart, versus the cedar kindling, I don't think it's going to fall apart. Now granted, I may give it a few more wraps than I would normally would, make sure it's going to hold, and now we have our firewood bundle there. Let's see if we can make one more $5 bundle. What I was trying to say is, if anyone else wants an episode of how I made this bundler, or if to make another one, let me know. And I know I want to do it, but in terms of if anyone else wants me to do it, then I may do it sooner than later. From the pile here directly and adding it to the jig. Now when I use the Timber Champ to split this stuff up, there is some waste involved. The stuff that is too small to put in the bundle, etc. The straight bark, and I use that to start the fires in my own wood stove. So nothing here goes to waste, folks. No waste. So probably add this here. Give it an eye. Yep, we'll call that good. And we're gonna bundle it. Rock and roll number 2. Awesome. So with that wood that you just saw, we made 2 $5 bundles of cedar kindling, and we made 2 bags of premium cedar kindling. So that should be fine. Just have that up at the stand. They're not big sellers, but they do sell sometimes. But again, I'd rather have bags of firewood there and present versus kindling. All right, so now we have our kindling ready to rock and roll. We have our firewood bags ready to rock and roll. And the other part of the firewood stand that was lacking, that was missing, was the bonfire wood. Check my phone if my son is up from his nap yet. It's about that time because I don't want to run the John Deere tractor, running lawnmower, and wake him up. And he is out of his bed and with my wife, so I can go ahead and we can load up the bonfire wood. All right, so I'm here at where the bonfire wood is. And yes, I have it covered with a tarp. Yes, it's going over the sides. Yes, it's tied down. I know that's bad, but I didn't want the bonfire wood to be wet. So it's covered for now as of this past fall. It's probably time to uncover it now, but I think the rains still do come here. So I'm not out of the rainy season quite yet. I mean, spring showers, right? So let's load up some bonfire wood here into I got my lawnmower right here with the trailer. Load her up. So you can tell this is just a lot of these pieces are just longer than normal. Squirrels like to eat on top of these things. And then this is just a monster piece it's just crooked and it's doable, but it's just not very attractive piece of wood. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is huge. And this is what I'm going to sell. All right, so that's about 30 pieces or so. I lost count. our track. Yeah, so let's get the rest of the wood and we'll go to the firewood stand. All right, there we have it. We got the 4 bags of firewood rock and rolling. We got the 2 bags of premium cedar kindling in there. Behind there is the 2 bags of non-premium cedar kindling. Then we got 1 bonfire rack, which is about 30 pieces. It's hard though. I think I'm more so concerned about volume. I usually go from the bottom of the rack here all the way to the bottom of this sign, more or less, because I can't compare a piece like this size in terms of like volume to this size here. They count the same, but there's like 3 of these to this piece here, for example. So that's why more or less I go by volume from the bottom to the very bottom floor here to the bottom of this sign. That's the volume that I sell for the $30 with this big bonfire rack. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Until next time, remember, life's sure to be a prick, so be kind to one another. Rock and roll. And stay safe, you cutting. Cheers. The what I want to say.